have a little story time to share after this brief clip for context.
If your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce, you're not a bad person. So don't let guilt get the best of you.
I had this friend some years back. She was my best friend in the whole wide world. We hung out constantly. I enjoyed her company. Highly intelligent woman, quite attractive, married. Husband is very attractive, very successful. Not only did he provide for his family, she didn't work, but he cooked, he cleaned, he took care of the kids. He was emotionally open and available. Every time I'd come over and hang out with both of them, he was so talkative and emotive and empathetic. I thought, wow, they're the perfect couple in my opinion. Two beautiful teenage children, perfect life. I used to drop things off at her house. She would tell me, oh, can you drop this off? And I would go over and he would be in the house cleaning. Ajax and Pine Sol and Windex and mops out. And he would ask me, Demi, how does everything look? Do you think she'll be happy? Is this up to a woman's standards of cleanliness? He said, I just love her so much. And I would say, wow, you're really incredible. Of course she's going to be happy. You did an amazing job. You always do an amazing job. The relationship with my friend, something started changing in her. She started talking to me about depression, and she's overweight, and she didn't like it. And it never bothered her husband. He adored her no matter what. But she started complaining about her weight and this depression and saying that she needs to go to therapy, which she did. She found a therapist and started going. But after she started going to therapy, I noticed there was a dramatic change in her. She started complaining. After these sessions, she would begin complaining more and more about her husband and how he's making her miserable. And I would say to her, what do you mean? This is all of a sudden new for you since you started seeing this new therapist. So I started inquiring about the therapist. What are her beliefs? And she said, oh, she's very feminist.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. At the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I've been following this woman lately because she's another one of those women that finally discovered that the feminist movement was all a lie, and she been bamboozled, hoodwinked. The other words you could think of, rope-a-dope, all that. And she is going to be sharing a story with us of one of her friends who had a really good husband and ended up divorcing her. Divorcing him. Now, mind you, if you pay attention to this very first clip, according to her, this man was not only providing financially, but he was also carrying out her duties as well. So this man was providing financially, cooking, and cleaning, and was so concerned that he was willing to ask her, hey, is this up to her standard? This is up to a woman's standard? Do you think she'll like this? And she gave him the green light. Yeah, you're amazing. You're providing for her financially, and you're doing everything that she should be doing. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think this might have played a part in why this woman felt the way she felt and ended up divorcing this man. Now, there are two more parts, and I'm going to play both clips, but I want to chime in on each one of them. All right, let's keep it moving.
And then within a couple of months, my friend began spiraling. Things got weirder and weirder for her. She was complaining more and more about her husband, how he's making her miserable, how he's keeping her fat, how he is to blame for her depression. And no matter what I would say to her, I would always reach some kind of dead end. She would come at me with something else. And then she started talking about divorce, that she'll be happy and her depression will lift and she'll finally be able to lose the weight once she gets rid of her husband. And I was trying so hard to talk to this woman, and she would get angry with me. And I said to her one day, I don't want to say her name, but I said, hey, what is it that he does that is so bad? Please just put it into words for me. Tell me, what does he do that is so bad? And she couldn't think of anything. And she sat there for a couple of minutes pondering. And then she came up with, he leaves apple cores on the nightstand. That was all she had. Apple cores on the nightstand, because he would eat an apple before falling asleep.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Hey, wait a minute, what the hell? What is that?
So you mean to tell me this man was providing financially, did all the cooking and cleaning, and all you can come up with was he leaves apple cores on a nightstand before we go to sleep? Well, considering he was pretty much doing everything, would it really kill you just to throw it away yourself? Or better yet, do the same thing and, I don't know, maybe start working out since you were overweight and unhappy with that? See, and it's funny because women always want to sit over here and say men don't want to go to therapy. And I'm like, I think it has more to do with men not wanting to deal with female therapists, because female therapists tend to have this effing mindset and they favor women regardless of the situation. This man was doing everything and it still wasn't good enough. So much so that the only excuse that she could come up with was some damn apple cores being left on a damn nightstand. Are you fucking serious?
Get the French toast out of here.
How dare you?
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
But you got women out here complaining about, we're no longer accepting the bare minimum. Even when you got a man that's doing everything, it ain't enough. So what the fuck do y'all want? We're gonna play the last clip, man, and I'm gonna close it out. This is nonsense.
So he was making her depressed for whatever reason. He was keeping her overweight for whatever reason, and he would leave apple cores on the nightstand. I tried to implore to her, no, this is no reason. This is no reason. And she started amping up her therapy visits from like once a week to twice a week. And things just got worse and worse till one day she told me, we're getting divorced. This man was devastated. Devastated. He lost his kids. He, of course, had to go through paying all the different supports. My friendship with her dissolved. One day we were having brunch and I was expressing what I felt about this, and she threw a glass of water at me. And I thought, okay, it's over. And we ended our friendship, and from what I've heard, she went down a spiral. She went through a rampage of sexual activity. Did she lose the weight? No. Is she still depressed?
Y'all already know what I'm about to say. He need to get a passport and get the hell out of Dodge. I'm like, unless those kids ain't grown yet, I don't know. But that's just such a sad story, man. That man did everything and it wasn't enough. And then to top it off, the woman gets what she wants, gets divorced, starts running the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
Doesn't lose the weight. And look, she's still depressed. She don't feel any better than she did when she was in that relationship. You done broke up a whole family for nothing.
You stupid. You lose.
Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this, man. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. It helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments. To the next video, y'all. Deuces.